It's Friday, February 26th, 2021. This is PLT News, and I am your lead anchor, Becca de la Plants. In the reports today, we share about shocking temperatures sweeping the nation with only a few places unaffected. Are you wondering ways that you can grow bigger leaves on your houseplants, or even special ways to display them? We might have some answers for you in the show. Thinking about starting a garden this spring? Stay tuned for a few tips on how to find seeds during a seed shortage. And lastly, is plant world hunger really a thing? And what can we do to stop it? More on that later. First on the show today, we will head over to our weather correspondent here out of our studio in Columbia, Missouri to cover the record lows sweeping the nation. Thank you, Becca. As you can see, I am caught in a bit of a snow flurry down here at our studio in Columbia, Missouri. In fact, I'm just outside of the studio where Becca is standing inside warm. More than half of the country is experiencing colder than usual weather, only adding to the list of unprecedented things to happen this year. We send warm and well wishes to the southern states particularly affected by these times. Of course, plants are important, but remember to prioritize your own health first. Now over to our second weather correspondent, Sharina, for what's happening in Southern California.
Hey, Becca. Oh, we're on? Oh. Hi, this is Sharina reporting to you live and on location here in Los Angeles, California, where I will be reporting our current conditions for today. Right now, at the moment, we are experiencing a high of 70s. Very nice, warm and sunny, of course, but later on today, you can expect some brisk, cold 50-degree weather, but don't you fret, because over the weekend, we are going to be expecting some more warmer weather. Meet me back at the studio for our 7-day forecast. Stop it, John. Thank you so much for meeting me back here at our studio for our 7-day forecast. As we can see over here live on the Skycam for Los Angeles, California, we've got a continuous high of 70 degrees and a low of 50s. I've got some even warmer weather on tap for you for Sunday. It's a high of 75. What does that mean for our plants? I'm glad you asked. Perfect weather for plant shopping, safely of course, wear your masks. Also some fertilizing, propagating for spring is right around the corner. Thank you so much, happy planting. Back to you.
How lucky is it that our correspondent Sharina, located in California, is wearing a swimsuit, tanning outside while I sit here in a wool sweater with snow piled halfway up the window. You could say that some people just live in the light. Girl, did you play the laugh track?
I'm so sorry, Miss De La Plants.
You need to figure this stuff out. Now over to Logan, who will share with us a plant tip that will really take things to the next level. Logan, how are you doing today?
Hi Becca, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. My name is Logan from Plant Talk with Logan, and I bet you have never seen a yellow-haired newscaster before. But this is the plant community where we're very accepting, so we don't make comments. Today's houseplant care tip comes from me, and we're going to be talking moss poles. Did you know that aroids prefer growing up a moss pole such as this when it's a houseplant in your home? It's true! In the wild, they like to put their aerial roots into any surface that they can, such as tree bark or a climbing wall or something like that, and they attach themselves. Now, when it's in your home, a plant such as this one here, it doesn't have anywhere for the roots to go, so the roots simply go nowhere, and the leaves get smaller and smaller on the plant as it ages. Now, if you look at one of these other plants, for instance, this one here or this one here, when the aerial roots start to go into the moss pole, the leaves get bigger, fenestrated, and the plant looks much happier and really cool overall. My tips for moss poles are to either buy them online or from a local garden center, which is preferred, or you can make them yourself. You can take a piece of wood or PVC pipe, wrap some coconut coir around the outside, wrap some string or fishing wire, tie it taut, and simply stick it into the soil and attach your plant. I like to use this Velcro tape, or you can use something like twisty ties if you are like me before you got Velcro tape. All you have to do is spritz your plant periodically to keep the moss pole moist, and that will encourage the aerial roots to attach to the pole. Once this happens, you'll notice larger leaves with fenestrations such as these, and your plant will look amazing. That has been today's Houseplant Care Tip with Plant Talk with Logan. Subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you soon. Becca, back to you.
Well, isn't that wonderful? Who knew that with a little bit of elbow grease, you might accomplish something wonderful? And on the note of elbow grease, what else can we DIY for our plants? Over to Lessya for another plant DIY tip.
Yes, plant trellises are not a new idea for us plant folk here in the plant community. However, on Instagram, it does appear that plant trellises with metal finishes such as copper, gold, and other sorts of metals seem to be trending. These plant trellises seem to be a little out of my price point, but I'm here to show you guys how to do some yourself. I'm Lessya over on Lessya's Leaves, and we are going to be talking about how to make your own DIY plant trellises. All you're going to need for this project is jewelry wire, preferably 8 gauge if you want it to look like mine, or you can change the gauge based on your preference. You will also need some jewelry wire cutters, preferably a measuring device, and some socks. I have this pre-cut wire here. We are going to show you the very easy task of bending your wire. This seems incredibly easy, however, where it seems to get a little bit difficult for people is when they realize they have a ton of bumps. That's where the sock comes in. So in the jewelry world, it appears that once you keep going along your wire multiple times, just bending around, you can manage to get all of the bumps out of your wire. It may be a little bit tedious and may take a little bit of your time, but if you really want that straight, beautiful like trellis, this is all you have to do. If you'd like to make shapes with your wire, just go ahead and find a shape that you like and wrap it around there and press tightly on the sides. This one was a wooden block that I had from Valentine's Day. I also have a trellis that I wrapped around a cube, and a really easy hack is just to wrap around your pots for some circle ones. This is a terracotta pot from the Dollar Tree. All you have to do is wrap around your wire. Make sure that you have enough wire for this endeavor. And you are left with a perfect circle like so. This hack is so easy, I guarantee you will be making hundreds of them. And it gets you some really cute trellises, especially for your Hoya. So if you like these, definitely check it out. It should not cost you more than $20. Back to you, Becca.
They say the universe rewards creativity, and I predict that Lessya will be paid back tenfold. Up next on our program, we will learn about the seed epidemic that is currently plaguing the nation, yet again another historical event that we are being forced to live through. And then we will hear a little bit more about plant world hunger and what one fish is doing to change that. We will be right back. Oh, I didn't see you there. You caught me. I was reading my new book, Houseplants for Beginners. Have you heard of it? Well, if you haven't, this is my newest project. This is a book that I recently had published, and it is now available for pre-order on Amazon until March 9th. And after that, it will be available wherever you buy books, which is very, very exciting. So this is a houseplant care book that will take you through the entire journey of houseplants, from buying the plant to choosing the right plant to bringing it home, repotting it, putting it in the right place in your home, all of those basics, and also troubleshooting. There is also 120 plants in here with individual care guides and instructions, whether or not they're pet friendly, how expensive they usually are, how big they typically get, and yeah, it's all contained in this little book. So if you are interested in checking out this book, please check the link down in the description box below, and you will be able to pre-order or just buy it in general wherever you buy books. Welcome back to PLT News. I'm lead anchor Becca de la Plants, and today we are joined in the studio by Pam, our seed correspondent, if you will. Pam, what is the breaking news?
Hi, I'm Pam from Pam's Pretty Plants, and I'm here reporting to you live on day 300 and something of just being in the house. If you're like many of us around the world, you've recently taken up a bit of a gardening hobby. And this is one of the most exciting times of the year for home gardeners because it's been winter for months. We're finally getting those seed catalogs, and everybody is just ready to get their hands in the dirt and plant some seeds. And of course, along comes the coronavirus to screw that up for everybody. You may have noticed when going to place your order on some of the bigger seed distributor websites that you keep coming up short. Because everything is out of stock, or worse, the company isn't even accepting orders right now. This has actually been going on since the beginning of the winter. Seed sales have been through the roof since last March, and this year is no exception. And even having the entire last season as a foreshadowing event was not enough to prepare most of the seed companies for the onslaught of orders that they were about to receive. Just like Christmas starts in the stores in October now, so does gardening season. Baker Creek Seeds recently told Modern Farmer that they have had 5 times the amount of seed sales. In 2020, Johnny's Seeds sold 270% more seeds than they normally do. And Burpee reported selling more than they ever have in their 144-year history of being a company. Then when you add on to this COVID regulations, shorter staff, and a delayed postal system, it has been really rough for both the home gardeners trying to get seeds and the distributors trying to get them the seeds they need. But is there an actual seed shortage? No. The inability to get the seeds that you're looking for right now is not actually because there aren't enough seeds, it's more because there isn't enough labor and the demand has shot through the roof. So where does that leave you right now if you need seeds? At press time, Johnny's Seeds recently just opened their doors to home gardeners again, after weeks of being shut down and only taking commercial orders. Fedco actually has a waiting list right now, and they're not even guaranteeing you'll be able to get your seeds within a month's time, so they are definitely pretty backed up. Uprising Seeds is temporarily closed to orders so that they can catch up. But it's not all bad news. There are many smaller seed distributors that are actually turning orders around pretty quickly. Fruition Seeds, for example, they're based out of New York and they have a 1 to 2 day shipping time right now. You can also turn to your gardening community, which is now bigger than ever. You could participate in a seed swap, which you can either share some of the seeds you may have collected over the years and get seeds back from others, or you can buy in a space if you don't have seeds to contribute and receive seeds back that way. You can look up #SeedSwap on Instagram or check Facebook groups for something like that. If you have a local extension office, they may be able to hook you up with a seed bank, which is actually just exactly what it sounds like. It's a seed bank, except they will give you seeds for free. The banks with money don't do that. I've tried. If you are able to visit shops where you are safely, you can check out your local garden center, which should just be getting their shipments of seeds now. And those tend to be things that are put aside early on, which means they should have a full selection for you as soon as those trucks arrive and they set it up in the store. So if you're itching to get your hands in the dirt, get your butt in gear and get your orders in, because I have a feeling this is going to continue for a few more months. Happy planting. Back to you, Becca.
I guess it really is about time that we start our community garden here at the studio, starting with Earl building our planter boxes. And he really can build everything, can't he? And last on our show, you know that we love to end on a positive note. Let's head over to Gerard, where we will learn a little bit more about how poo-poo might save our plants.
Oh, hey, thank you for having me on, Becca. My name is Gerard. I'm your plant positivity person. I have today a special group of aquatic friends who have found the cure to world plant hunger. Now, this special guest of mine is here with me today. I think he's ready. He's almost ready. They're saying he's almost ready. I just wanted to have a chat with him to tell you and the plant community what he's doing to feed all of the plants across the world. Such a beautiful thing. I was so happy and I'm so honored to have this young koi talk to you guys about how he plans on feeding millions and billions of plant friends that we love and we hold dearly. That's what brought us together. It brought us together. So he's here to talk to you and tell you what he plans on doing to end world plant hunger. Zenla, are you there? Yes, Zenla. How do you plan on doing this miraculous feat of just ending plant world hunger? How do you plan on doing that, Zenla? I poop in the water. Wow, that's incredible. So, long story short, he plans on using his waste. Yes, that's right, folks. His bathroom water, his poop, and he's spreading it all across the globe. I've been using Zenla's hunger program to feed my collection of plants that you see behind me, and he says he wanted to take it to the world. So I said, let's put you on today's Becca show, just to give you some spotlight in the plant community. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. My name is Gerard. I'm your plant positivity person. I'm your host, Gerard's Horticulture Culture. Keep growing.
As the #1 source for planting news in the world, we look forward to continuing to share these wonderful stories. And on that note, we will see you next time. Becca de la Plants signing off for PLT News.